High in the pine-covered hills of an ancient land, there lived a stone carver named Callan. He was quiet, solitary, and devoted to his craft. Each day, he worked with chisel and hammer, sculpting statues from slabs of marble that others saw as too plain to bother with. People from the village often wondered how Callan remained so calm. He never rushed, never shouted. Even when his tools broke or storms delayed his work, he carried on unshaken, like the mountain he lived upon. One spring, a young man named Thomas came to apprentice under him. Thomas was clever and talented, but his mind raced constantly. He was ambitious, proud, and deeply afraid of failure. On his first day, he broke a chisel out of frustration. "Why won't the stone do what I want?" he grumbled. Callan only smiled and said, "The stone does not change for your mood, but your mood can change for the stone." Thomas didn't understand, but he stayed. Weeks passed. Every time a mistake happened, Thomas cursed himself. When the weather turned or the marble cracked, he fumed with impatience. One evening, he found Callan sitting silently by a river, his eyes on a small stone in his hand. "You never get upset," Thomas said. "Why?" Callan offered the stone to him. "This stone," he said, "has been shaped by centuries of water. It did not resist the current, yet it became smooth." He continued, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a person perfected without trial. If you treat every setback as injustice, you'll break. If you welcome it as shaping, you'll grow." Thomas sat with those words like the stone in his palm. Quiet, heavy, true. From then on, he began to watch, not just the marble, but his reactions. When things went wrong, he breathed. When he felt anger rising, he returned to the work. Slowly, his hands grew steadier, his mind quieter. Years later, when Callan passed, Thomas took over the workshop. And though people still brought him rough stone, they also came for something else: his presence, his patience, his silence. On the wall of the studio, he carved Callan's words into marble. "You are not here to control the stone. You are here to master yourself." Moral of the story: you cannot always control what happens, but you can always control how you respond. Anger, frustration, and fear are not caused by the world, but by our beliefs about it. In stillness, we find strength. In acceptance, we find peace. Thank you.